Good morning, everybody. So, we can't do anything without a little bit of the Jamba Juice. So, hey, I've been up like since 4 o'clock this morning, just doing stuff, doing laundry, etc. And anyway, so I'm digging into my database thing, but I'm also looking at like tech news. And so apparently, kind of crazy, not really cartel related, but it's a big deal and you should care about it because you are required to have a United States driver's license in the state that you're in. You can actually use a foreign driver's license if the driving requirements are comparable to the requirements for being licensed to drive here in the United States. All right. This is a big deal. I'm going to stay on point. When you live in San Francisco, which I have often, one of the things that you're going to see when you're cruising around town is you're going to see several different companies. I'm going to leave their names out of it specifically, but there's three that I can think of right off the top of my head. Primarily operated by tech giants, but Waymo recently was sitting in front of Congress and under threat of perjury, just got done admitting that their driverless cars are being piloted by drivers in the Philippines, which have never potentially really been, to my knowledge, licensed to drive here in the States. You should care about this because a lot of people out there want everybody and their mother in the United States to follow the law, right? But you have the tech bro guys sitting there ducking and diving at every turn, depriving Americans and other people of their jobs through taking out or replacing, if you will, the American worker, which is you, and replacing it with someone 1,000 miles away, or actually in the case of the Philippines, I think it's closer to 4,000 miles away. I have to look that up. But I'm probably pretty right. You're being replaced by someone more than a country away, lining the pockets of the tech bro, sitting there watching these driverless cars cruise around, and they're not even driverless cars. They're just replacing the American taxi industry, Lyft industry, Uber, and all of that. And you know, I could get long-winded about the moral ethics of that. I'm not going to. I could get into the trickery because that's not what Waymo and all these other people are pitching when they're talking about replacing the entire trucking industry. I'm sure that the Teamsters Union would love to have I'm interested in what the Teamsters Union has to say about that. Being that Elon Musk and everybody else wants to replace the entire trucking industry. And don't get me wrong, I'm not digging on tons of people coming here and then driving crazy aggressively the way that you would see in Somalia or other places. In fact, I personally had a truck tip over, flip right in front of me, have the driver get out. They were from Somalia, and I'm not in charge of licensing people. This is a particular instance that I'm talking about. It happened in Texas. I'm just going to say that I've personally seen this with my own eyes. But you have these tech brothers ripping you off, charging you the same amount, but paying some Filipino person. Specifically, I'm not picking on the Philippines. In fact, I love the Philippines. Magandang umaga, magandang gabon, magandang gabi. Salamat kaibigan. I mean, just good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you, my friend. I love the Filipinos, man. Don't like balut, but I love calling it screamer. Just on a personal level, to let people know I'm not picking on them. What I'm picking on is the tech bro idea that they're going to continue raking you over the coals financially, ducking and dodging every single labor law, traffic law. There are so many ways I've just got done reading this. I want to be building my database right over here in my office. And I have to say something about this because it's just crazy that, I got to call Vince Vargas today too. Or at least send him a message. It's crazy that this type of stuff goes on. People buy into it and they're okay with it. You know, look it up. I'm not big on the voter thing. You know, as soon as you're outnumbered by stupid or lazy people, you're screwed. And they're going to vote everything in their benefit and in their favor to your demise. So, but I do think that people should be aware of it. So, hey, Tech Brothers in front of Congress, contracting Filipino drivers to assist their driverless cars, sending you or your other taxi buddy to boot because they don't feel like, then there's that. The entire taxation on American workers, I bet they're getting around that one too. There's just a slew of legal implications that can be brought up with this. I got stuff to do today, man. I hope you're having a great day. Cheers.